All right, morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Daily High. I will be your only host, Tone Vase. It's Friday night. Matt is partying it up in Tokyo. So I will need some confirmation, audio, video, make sure everything is working. Let me refresh YouTube on my other screen, but I will not be testing for audio. Looks like the video is fine. Whenever someone could comment in the live chat, I will jump right into screen share. Our last couple of shows have been running into 30 minutes because both of us keep yapping. So maybe this one will be a little bit shorter. My back feels so much better. I literally spent all day yesterday in combination of heating and self-administered acupuncture. You don't want to know. All right. Looks good. All right. Let's go to the charts. Okay. We have the monthly chart. The monthly candle continues to keep its body above this breakout trend line. That is a very, very good sign. I like the fact that we are currently dealing with a monthly all-time high. I know it can maybe be a little bit frustrating. We've been stuck in this zone of above 100, between 110 and 120 for what feels like over a month. Perhaps it's been over a month. You can see that we broke out above 110. We finally broke out above 110 right on, the week of July 7th. And we are now finishing the week of August 4th. So it's been 1 month since we broke out above 110. We made it briefly all the way just under 124. I was so pissed I did not get the perfect exit because I was talking about 124 on a daily chart. It got there like 2 days earlier than I wanted it to get there. I would have timed it perfectly otherwise. I don't know. I'm still bitter about that. But my price call on it was perfect. My time call on it was off by about 2 days. We had a bit of a pullback, and man, I am praying that this pullback is over. It can be. We're close. The weekly chart, it's already Friday. What are the chances we're going to continue the MRI count to the upside? They're not good. They're kind of low. I'm personally not expecting. Oh, man. Okay, this chair is like the worst thing for me to sit in. That was a bad idea. All right, the moment this show is over, I'm getting out of this chair. This is not a good sign. Okay, but I got to power through the show here. So the chances that we go above and make a new weekly closing high, not good. Very low, but that's okay. We break the weekly MRI count and then we start a new one, hopefully with a green star candle that looks similar to the green star candle we had back on the week of June 30th, so the first week of July. That's the green star candle I want to see. It will never happen next week. It has to happen the week after next week. And in order for it to happen next week, we would need to close not that far away, above 117 and a half. And then the week after, we would need to close above 119 and a half. These are very, very doable numbers as we approach the end of August. The daily chart. So, I like the close above the moving average, but closing above the moving average, and this may be a difference between my style of technical analysis and other educators of technical analysis. To me, it means nothing. It doesn't matter if we closed the candle slightly above, slightly below, or right at the moving average. It is irrelevant. What matters is current daily candle. And we need the current daily candle to ideally be green and at a minimum close above the moving average, even if it's red. Right now, we are failing. At the moment, we are being rejected by the moving average as I anticipated on yesterday's show. Okay, this is a clean rejection of the moving average. This is clean support of the moving average. Let's pretend the purple line isn't here and we just closed below the blue line. But we closed below the blue line, but look at the following day. We went significantly back above and closed at like a weekly high. Okay, that is clean support. Okay, it's not a failed head fake support. That is clean support. This is clean rejection. It is not a fake rejection. Just because we closed 0.5% above the moving average is completely irrelevant. Now, had we closed, above 120, that would have been, a lot more significant. And had we closed above 120 and then today fell from 120 down below 117, I would have said, okay, fine. That's a fake breakout and, sneaky rejection. But this is not that situation. This is a very clean, very textbook rejection based on the textbook that I would write. Okay. So just keep that in mind, that a close slightly above the moving average is not a breakout. Not in my book. Okay. I just wanted to emphasize that. And let's see how we close today. If we close today at current price, I'm bearish. If we close today above 117, I needed more than 117. Like ideally, this is a green candle. If this is a green candle, if we manage to rally and close above yesterday's close, which was at 117.5. Let's do 117.5. We get above 117.5, I'm bullish. I'm really, really bullish. We close here or lower, I'm super bearish. And of course, there is always, you can either be bullish, bearish, or neutral. We have to cover all possibilities, right? So where am I completely neutral? Well, somewhere in between. So if we close just above the moving average, if we close at exactly 117 plus or minus $100, I am completely neutral and I have no idea what tomorrow is going to bring. Okay, but we get up high. I'm very bullish into tomorrow, and I'm confident tomorrow is going to be a nice day. We close here or lower, I'm very confident tomorrow is going to be a bad day. And none of this matters if Trump opens his mouth, so we're not gonna we're not even going to go there. Matt loves his 4-hour chart. His 4-hour chart, broke out on all levels. It got us a green star candle. It was looking good, but I was skeptical. I was always skeptical because the daily chart is not in a good place right now. The daily chart trumps the 4-hour chart no matter what the 4-hour chart does. And when this green star candle concluded, it ran into the daily resistance. Now we are currently sitting in this zone. Has this zone become support? No, it has not. Okay. We would have needed to challenge the MRI resistance line at 119. It's, $100 south of 119. We would have had to challenge that area in order for 116 and a half to 117 box to act as support. Right now, it is acting as support the same way it acted as resistance back on July 25th, where we broke slightly below the box, but it was not far enough below the box for it to act as pure resistance. We have gone far enough below the box back on August 2nd for this box to act as resistance, but breaking above this box for a few hours does not turn it into support. We need to either go significantly higher in price or significantly longer in time, ideally both. So if the 4-hour chart immediately gets back above, it gets us to 119-ish, then suddenly this area does become strong support going forward. Okay, that's all I really wanted to say on the 4-hour chart. I am a bigger fan of the 1-hour chart, and the current hour, the 10 a.m., is already going haywire. We're going to zoom in and see what the 10 a.m. reversal had brought us. The 1-hour chart, I'm a little more bullish looking at the 1-hour chart than the 4-hour chart. I like this consolidation. I consider this consolidation right here over the last, about 10 hours or so since late last night. I consider this consolidation more of a consolidation at the top than consolidation on the way down because of how much energy it's spent going up versus a little bit of energy it's spent going down since the top was made at around 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern time. So to me, this is overall still a consolidation on the way up, which is slightly more bullish than bearish. Let's go to that 5-minute chart. I want to see how Bitcoin managed the 10 a.m. reversal. Tell me that's the 10 a.m. candle, and it is. There it is. Here's your 10 a.m. candle. We have the highest close at 10:05. We have to almost go down to the 1-minute chart to see where the top was, around 107. 106. There it is. The top comes on a 1-minute MRI top, no less. We got the top at 10 a.m. and 6 minutes past 10 a.m. That is definitely within the 10 a.m. reversal realm. And it looks like the 10 a.m. reversal has played its course. I like this 1 a.m. hammer candle. But that's just a 1-minute chart. I don't trade one-minute chart. I trade 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart also has a beautiful hammer, and the 10-minute chart has a little bit of a reversal candle as well. Yeah, this looks clean. This looks like a clean 10 a.m. reversal. We will double check this against the S&P. Here is the S&P. We have a nice bullish day in the S&P. The S&P is very close to a brand new all-time closing high. Look at that. Wow. We were right there. That's good. I mean, we've opened a few candles above it, but we haven't been able to close. So we are good. We're looking good. That's a good sign. Let's go to a 5-minute chart on the S&P. Let's compare the 10 a.m. reversal on the S&P versus Bitcoin. Here is the S&P. Here is the opening candle. And we go up off the opening candle. This creates a perfect situation for me to short the 10 a.m. reversal. Unfortunately, this 10 a.m. reversal trade to the downside. If it went, I don't know how many points this is because I'm not looking at the right-hand scale. It's actually being blocked, and I'm blocking it on purpose. So how would I have executed this trade? It would have been tricky. I probably would have shorted here, and this would have needed to go down at least 8 to 10 points for me to profit on, and it only went down 7.5 points. That's enough for me to make a break-even stop loss, and this 10 a.m. reversal trade to the downside on the S&P would have led to me making enough money to maybe buy a steak at a cheap steakhouse. That's all I would have made. It looks like we're reversing right now at 10:30. I'm still leaning bullish here, but if I was still an S&P futures trader like I used to be, I would short the moment it starts trading below this line here, and we're close. I would be a little concerned if there wasn't any, bullish uptick before that. I hate chasing a trade, but if this thing starts trading below this line, I think it's going to go down. And unfortunately, that does not give me confidence in Bitcoin going up off of the 1040 candle. So that's the unfortunate part. Let's see. Hopefully the S&P doesn't cross that line and it reverses and goes to new highs. We are way behind on this bull run. I still think minimum 140. I have my targets. Target 1 is 156 plus or minus 10,000. So somewhere between low 140s and low 160s. So more like 156 plus about 6 and minus about 14. So I think 142, between 142 and 162 is the sweet spot for target 1, and target 2, which I think we have a 50-50 chance at reaching this bull market, is all the way in 110 plus or minus 20,000, I would say. We'll talk about those bridges when we get to them. Bitcoin dominance is not looking good at the moment, but I don't see how we're going to cross this supporting trend line. Everyone's waiting for alt season. You're going to get a, I don't know, quarter of a mini alt season. You're seeing it now. It's got a little more to go, and then it's over. Gold's looking great. I have no other comment. Silver also looking great. Green star candle. Maybe next week that would be good. Man, I may have to convert some silver into gold if silver is reaching $50. Oil is not interesting. S&P is flirting with my shorting line. Man, I hate chasing trades, but I don't know. Now we're coming up on 11 a.m. There it is. We broke the line. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That hurts. Yep. I don't want to see S&P go down, but it's not looking good. The daily, the daily still looks good. It's just the short term, not good. All right. I'll take a sneak peek at your live chat, and then we're gonna call it a day. Hey, Jimmy G. Hey, Farrell. Hope you guys are good down in Mexico. It's irrelevant what Ethereum reached in dollars. It is completely irrelevant, right? Looking at Ethereum in dollars is kind of like looking at Bitcoin in S&P 500 or S&P 500 in Bitcoin or looking at S&P 500 in gold. It makes no fucking sense. It's irrelevant what price in dollars Ethereum gets to. The only thing that matters when it comes to Ethereum, and I don't understand how people don't get this, the only price that matters when it comes to shitcoins like Ethereum is its price in Bitcoin. And its price in Bitcoin is still down like 80% from its all-time high. It's really irrelevant if its dollar value is hitting an all-time high. Okay, looking at Ethereum in dollars is like looking at Ethereum in Venezuelan bolivars. It's completely just stupid. You gotta look at it in dollars. And yes, it's rallying in dollars, but where is its ceiling? Sorry, it's rallying in Bitcoins. But where is its ceiling on the rally in Bitcoins? Its ceiling is 0.047, or you can round it to 0.05. That is its ceiling. Unless it breaks its ceiling, it's a dead cat bounce. And it will go down versus Bitcoin because it already hit a double bottom. And double bottoms only have one ultimate outcome. They break it to the downside. That's it. Yeah, the tech sector is still doing well. I'm not surprised that that the Nasdaq would be at its all-time high. If we go to indices, I don't have that list nearby. Oh no, I don't want to edit it. I want to just open it. If we go to Nasdaq, yeah, there it is. It's also on extension C on the monthly. Keep that in mind. On the weekly, it's looking good. It still has more upside. It still has all of its extensions. Beautiful recovery of the MRI buy. Yeah, the tech sector is looking very good. Very good. The transportation is not looking good. So there's your Dow theory at work. The Dow Jones is near all-time highs, but the transportation sector is struggling. That is a bad sign. The Baltic Dry Index, very few people know what this is, surprisingly is holding up. This is the shipping index. And the VIX, VIX is not that bad, actually. It's looking decent. I'm actually curious how the Russian index is doing. Yeah, Russian stocks are not. I mean, this is right before the conflict, and this is the start of the conflict. They're hanging in there. What is this again? I forgot what that is actually. France is hanging in there. The UK is at an all-time high. Man, I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised how Europe is still a functioning um, region of the world. I'm amazed by it. I am absolutely amazed by it. All right. Well, I wouldn't say ETH dollars looks better, right? Like if you look at shitcoins, and if you look at Ethereum in dollars, it looks incredible, right? It is it's a one, two, three, four. It's a quadruple top, and it's ready to break out. In dollars, Ethereum looks incredible, but in Bitcoin, it doesn't. In Bitcoin, it looks like a dead cat bounce that has a ceiling, right? So it doesn't look like. Look at these two charts. I mean, this is clearly like if this was a chart in dollars, you wouldn't be too enthusiastic on this. Uh, and if this was a chart versus Bitcoin, you would be, converting all your Bitcoin into Ethereum, right? I like that's the difference. That is the difference. I'm a little surprised we're up here even in dollars, but there are limits. There are definitely limits, and those limits appear on the Bitcoin chart. You have 4 more weeks into an MRI top, and then it's probably all over, and over significantly, by the way. Ethereum might also be doing very well because Solana is not. Like one of the reasons why Ethereum was doing so badly is because Solana was basically eating it for lunch. Looks like Solana ain't going nowhere. Maybe the VCs are getting out of Solana and going into something new. But this is a temporary rise in Ethereum. It's not going to last. Okay. And I am, of course, still waiting for Litecoin to reach my 80% down target, which it will eventually do. All right. That is it. I got a call in 1 minute. Thank you all for watching, guys. I didn't see the rest of your comments. Tariffs on kilo gold bars. How will that affect gold prices? It won't. I'll talk about that tomorrow. Health videos, probably at the end of the year. I'm not ready to be a health expert yet. Political stream. I know I'm focused on health, so I haven't had. It's hard to do everything. Is there a way to create a shitcoin day for celebrating every year that crashes after? Maybe. I don't know. What if Ethereum breaks 0.07 resistance? Let's talk about it when that happens. BTI tone stock chart, MRI top. BTI. Oh, god damn. Yeah, wow. Oh, wow. I would be. Whoa. Yeah, that is a blow off top as I've ever seen one. Wow. Holy shit. I was gonna say maybe it'll top this week, but maybe it'll top today. Wow. That is thanks for pointing this out. I'm gonna leave this here. We're gonna look at it tomorrow. That is also a doji candle on an island. I mean, wow. I almost never short the top. And today is Friday, but man, it's tempting. Oh boy. I may open up my trading account and look at some option possibilities and buy some puts on this. This is impressive. Very impressive. I got to look up what this company is. Look at this. Look at this third consecutive MRI top. And then look at this disaster. Holy shit. Yeah, guys, I'd pay attention to this. Good call. All right. I'm sure I didn't get to everyone's comments, but thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.